What is up, guys? Sonduren for Canadian Rider here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to properly clean your exhaust tips. One of the things that's neglected the most when you're detailing your car is your exhaust tips. I have my 2008 Audi R8 here. The quad exhaust has seen better days. It's a lot of soot buildup there. It's been blackened completely. So today, I want to go ahead, bring up that shine and do some cleaning on these exhaust tips. That's going to bring it up to a nice look to match the rest of the car. What I'm going to be showing you is my quick method on how to do this, and honestly, it's probably the easiest method on how to do this. I'm going to be using a bunch of products here. I will be posting all of these products in the description box down below, so you'll see those links for Amazon, Canada, and the US down below in the description. But basically, you're going to have an all-purpose cleaner, which we'll be using to clean off the majority of the soot and grime off the exhaust tips. After that, you'll need a microfiber towel. Any microfiber towel will do. I have the APC in a spray bottle here. I have the Mothers PowerCone. This is what is going to be the workhorse in actually cleaning up the majority of the soot and gunk on the exhaust tips here. And then in combination with the PowerCone, we have Mothers mag and aluminum polish. This stuff is really good. I've had this for quite a while now from my Mustang and S2000 days. We'll be using it today on my Audi R8. It really helps bring out the shine and gives it that really clean look. These are the products you'll use along with a drill. So make sure you have your drill. That's important as well with the PowerCone. And then finally, this is especially important for me. I suffer from eczema on my hands. You're gonna be dealing, these are some harsh chemicals here, and there's a lot of bad chemicals that are burned up on your exhaust. Use some gloves. So I've gone ahead, I have these latex gloves. I highly recommend that you get them before working on your car. The first thing we're gonna do is actually rinse the entire part of the exhaust tips. I wanna give it a good full rinse. Make sure that everything's kind of wiped off there. Then after I rinse the exhaust tips, I'm gonna be spraying my SuperClean on the exhaust tips and letting that sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. Be careful not to spray this on your paint. Different concentrations will potentially strip any ceramic coating or wax of your APC, so make sure you're just spraying it inside and outside of the exhaust tips. Here, I haven't diluted SuperClean. I'm using it full strength, which is pretty strong, but you'll see why in a moment. And what we're gonna do is once that's done, what we're gonna use is a microfiber cloth to really rub off the excess soot and grime that's on the exhaust tips. In the case that your exhaust tips are actually in really bad shape, I highly recommend either using steel wool or an SOS pad. In this case, I have an SOS pad here, and you know, my R8 is in decent condition. It's not horribly bad, but there's probably a lot of you where the exhaust tips are super caked and you will need to use something like this. I like the SOS pads. You can put a little water in them, and there's a soap solution that also comes out that I noticed help brightens out the exhaust tips. So here, I'm just showing you an example of me scrubbing it down on the R8. This is really gonna remove the harsh, heavy gunk that can't be removed from the APC and just a microfiber cloth. Once you're done with this, all you would do is rinse it off and just go ahead with the microfiber and wipe things down. In this case here for the R8, it's not super damaged, so I can use just a microfiber towel to give it a wipe, because what I know is the PowerCone is going to do the majority of the cleaning with the exhaust tips that I have today. This is the Mothers PowerCone. This is what's really going to be the workhorse in making sure that we get the majority of this nice and polished up to the degree that we want and really clean it up. So this is what I have here. I also have the Mothers mag and aluminum polish, as I mentioned. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up, and we are gonna take, not that much, a fingerful of this, and we're gonna put it on the side of the cone like this, okay? We're just gonna put it everywhere on the cone, from top to bottom, okay? You don't need that much more than this, because what you're gonna find is that this really goes a long way in its working time. And you're gonna start seeing this is gonna blacken significantly, and you actually do want that. You want that to go ahead and blacken once you put it on the exhaust tips. So I've added that amount here. I'll just add a little bit more. Okay, great. So this is primed and ready to go. I'm gonna be attaching this to the drill. So we got the drill, we have the PowerCone. We're gonna start with this side. We're gonna start with the outside actually, and then we're gonna work our way inside. Great, okay, I'm just doing the outside tips here, and we're gonna do this as well with the microfiber. Then you're gonna wanna go inside. So inside here, and now we're just working our way around the exhaust tip. I'm moving in an in and out motion. So you're seeing right now, I'm going like this, in and out, and I'm working 360 degrees on the exhaust tip here. I'm going around it. Okay, so you see that it's really blackened now because it's gotten off a lot of the soot in the exhaust tip. I'm gonna continue going like this just for a little longer. A little bit of a higher speed. Okay. All right, so look, this is blackened significantly now, and we've gotten a good polish here. It still looks very mucky because we haven't done the wipe down yet. I'm just gonna do this side first, and then we're gonna wipe down this. So I'm gonna do it again here. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Again, because this is now saturated, I don't need to add too much more. A little bit more of this polish here, and we're gonna do the same thing here. So I'm just gonna wipe this down on the inside a bit, give it a little bit on the outside. And we're gonna wipe the outside here significantly with the microfiber. See, I'm putting pressure on the sides. I'm not just going straight in. It's pressure on the sides, kind of like rotating around the exhaust tip. Great. So now this is in a good spot. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this away, and I'm going to grab a microfiber towel to wipe all of this off now and buff it. Okay, so we see both sides are significantly cleaner. Obviously the right side here looks a lot cleaner, so I'm just gonna hit this again with a little bit more of the polish, but this is a huge improvement over what we just seen. So I've done these exact same steps on the other side of the car for the other two exhaust tips, and the results are so impressive. The amount of soot buildup and gunk that was built up on these exhaust pipes compared to right now after these steps, there's a massive difference, right? It's not going to be perfect, especially if you've neglected the exhaust tips over the period of time, or maybe someone else in its ownership period. There can be permanent damage that's done to the exhaust tips, right? So you're not going to get perfect exhaust tips no matter what you do, because inherently there's probably already damage there. But if you maintain them over a longer period of time, you're going to keep it in that great condition. So this is a huge improvement. If you look at the before and if you look at the after, this is a massive improvement for a bunch of tools and chemicals that you can get over the counter really easy and cheaply. So again, I have listed everything in the description box down below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down. I'll answer your questions right away. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.